Sima Samar's life story is one of extraordinary resilience and unwavering courage. Born into the marginalized Hazara community in Afghanistan, Samar's life has been marked by personal tragedy and remarkable achievement. From a young age, she witnessed the plight of women in her country, igniting a passion for equality and human rights. This passion guided her through decades of tireless advocacy. Culminating in her role as Afghanistan's Minister of Women's Affairs, she faced discrimination as a Hazara and endured displacement. Yet, through it all, Samar remained undeterred, her commitment to justice unwavering. Sima Samar's life is a testament to the power of one person to make a difference. Her story is an inspiration, a beacon of hope. Sima Samar's early life was deeply affected by the realities of being a Hazara woman in Afghanistan. Born in 1957 in Jaghori, a remote district in Ghazni province, Samar witnessed firsthand the entrenched inequalities that plagued her community. The Hazara people, along with systematic discrimination, limiting their access to education, healthcare and economic opportunities. For Hazara girls, the challenges were even more profound. Growing up in a polygamous family, Samar observed the disparities between men and women within her own household. These early experiences instilled in her a deep sense of empathy and a keen awareness of the social injustices faced by girls and women. She recognized the transformative power of education, seeing it as a path to empowerment and a tool for breaking down the barriers of discrimination. Despite the obstacles faced by Hazara girls seeking education, Samar's parents, particularly her father, a former military officer who valued education, encouraged her academic pursuits. She excelled in her studies, defying societal expectations that often confined girls to domestic roles. Her thirst for knowledge led her to Kabul, where she pursued her dream of becoming a doctor. It was during her medical studies at Kabul University that Samar's commitment to social justice began to take shape. She witnessed firsthand the plight of women from marginalized communities who lacked access to even basic healthcare. She saw the devastating impact of poverty, lack of education, and cultural norms that often silenced women's voices and limited their opportunities. Graduating from Kabul University's medical school in 1982, Sima Samar embarked on a career dedicated to serving the most vulnerable, particularly women and children. Her work took her to remote corners of Afghanistan, where she witnessed the dire state of healthcare, especially for women. Many lacked access to even basic medical services, their health often neglected due to cultural taboos and limited mobility. Dr. Samar's work extended beyond providing medical care. She understood that empowering women required addressing the root causes of their suffering. She challenged traditional practices, advocating for women's right to education, healthcare, and economic participation. Her bravery and compassion earned her the respect and admiration of many, but it also drew the ire of conservative elements within Afghan society. The Soviet-Afghan War cast a long shadow over Afghanistan, further exacerbating the hardships faced by ordinary citizens. Amidst the turmoil and violence, Dr. Samar remained steadfast in her commitment to her patients. She witnessed firsthand the brutality of the conflict, the displacement of families, and the devastating toll it took on women and children. The war also brought about a personal tragedy that would forever shape Sima Samar's life. Her husband, a fellow advocate for social justice, disappeared during the conflict, leaving her to raise their young son alone. This profound loss, coupled with the escalating violence, forced Samar to flee Afghanistan in 1984, seeking refuge in neighboring Pakistan. Finding herself a refugee in Pakistan, Sima Samar refused to be silenced by displacement and personal tragedy. Instead, she channeled her grief and outrage into a powerful force for change. Recognizing the plight of Afghan refugees, particularly women and children who were often the most vulnerable in such situations, Samar established the Shuhada Organization in Quetta, Pakistan in 1989. This organization, named in honor of her missing husband, became a lifeline for Afghan women and children exiled in Pakistan. Shuhada provided essential healthcare services, educational opportunities, and vocational training, empowering Afghan women to become self-reliant and active participants in their communities. Samar's work with Shuhada extended beyond providing immediate relief. It was about restoring dignity, fostering hope, and creating a path for a brighter future for Afghan refugees. Samar's tireless efforts did not go unnoticed. She became a prominent voice on the international stage, advocating for the rights of Afghan refugees and drawing attention to the plight of women and children in war-torn Afghanistan. She fearlessly condemned human rights violations, challenged discriminatory policies, and called for an end to the conflict that had ravaged her homeland. Through her powerful advocacy, Samar ensured that the voices of Afghan refugees, particularly women, were heard on the global stage. She challenged the international community to go beyond providing humanitarian aid and to address the root causes of the conflict, advocating for a peaceful resolution that prioritized justice, equality, and the rights of all Afghans.
Hey, you made it to the end. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. See you next time.